What's up guys, my name's Ali and welcome to some classic gameplay commentary. Here we're playing the new map Call of the Dead on Xbox, which is really fun. I've always been a commentator and it's nice when I have some time in between some exams just to go back to what I originally did and what I still love doing, just making normal commentary. So I'm going to run through here the best technique for running around this map and doing as well as possible when you are just knife and pistoling only, as I am doing here. For the first few rounds you just want to be whipping out your knife, leaving your pistol alone, conserving a bit of ammo, because to be honest, on those later levels the pistol is not going to be too useful, so you just want to keep that ammo and try and use it on some of those few zombies if you get stuck on the later levels, but just basically sticking to your knife at the beginning. It's pretty effective on the first few rounds until you get to round 3 when it really starts testing you. You've got to get 3 knives on each of the zombies, and this is why in this gameplay I believe I go for the sickle first. It's really underestimated, the sickle. It actually allows a one-hit knife on the zombies up until around 9 I believe. After 10 it then becomes a 2-hit kill, but if you manage to get the sickle and the ballistic knife from the box, what the game actually does is it partners the sickle and the ballistic knife as one. It sort of forges them together, if you will, and makes it a really fast knifing action. And it doesn't do any more damage when you've got it together with the ballistic knife. But what you're basically getting, the perk you're basically getting with that is the ability to swipe really quickly, and you can literally just run around up until around 10 or 15 just swiping enemies with that knife. As long as you're being extra careful, you're making sure you're doing laps and you're not staying too close to like huge groups of enemies. The pistol is pretty useless until you get it upgraded. Someone did ask in the comment section of the first part, why thank you guys for 50,000 subscribers, which is just insane. So thank you very much for that. But one of the comments was, am I going to use the ray gun or am I going to upgrade the pistol? All of you guys are pretty certain that the ray gun was actually a pistol, which is fair enough. I guess if I ever do this again, which I probably will because it is really fun and it's a different way of playing zombies, then I guess if you guys wouldn't mind me seeing the ray gun, then I wouldn't mind using it myself. But if you think it's a bit too overpowered and just sticking to the normal pistol and or the pistol you get in the box and just knifing only, then that's up to you guys. But yeah, I do actually upgrade the pistol at some point in this gameplay, and it's really awesome. I won't give it away if you haven't seen it yet. I'm sure many of you have, but it becomes a really powerful pistol which you can use really well when you're actually chaining zombies behind you into rape trains, where you just line them all up and then spray them all down, because on those later levels when it gets to so many zombies, you've got to be making sure you're conserving ammo and making sure that points are of a necessity, and you're getting those points so you can keep on buying ammo off the wall, because I'm sure you won't be doing this knife and pistol only normally. But running through what's happening here, I didn't really explain in the first commentary. It's more of a thank you video as to what I was actually doing, but I will be releasing a full strategy guide at some point when I have some time to put that together. Got my AS level exams at the moment. Hope all of you guys that are doing exams are well. They're going well for you guys, GCSEs as well, and whatnot. But this is actually a different way of approaching this map for all of you guys that normally head towards the power first, which is sort of a standard thing to do here. Normally you would head towards the power, get that on quickly, and then get Juggernaut. But if you are careful and you are playing solo, when you can sort of rely on those quick revives, which will auto revive you, of course, which I did actually, I used them up quite quickly. If I was going to do this again, I'd make sure that I was more careful next time. But if you actually head towards the sickle first, which is what I'm doing here, you can take the same route, which costs you 3,000 points. So at this point here I'm sort of like, don't have enough points yet, but I stand here trying use my pistol as effectively as possible along with my knife, making sure that the final hit on the zombie is a knife, of course, to get as many points as possible, which will really help me out, and conserving my points so I can get the sickle, which is really awesome. And if you're playing Call of the Dead with normal guns, of course, then it's actually an interesting idea going for the sickle first. Perhaps one of you can go to the power separately while the other guy goes for the sickle, and then when you get the power on, the other guy can go for the sickle while the other guy goes for Juggernaut. It's an interesting thing, a sort of way of mixing it up, and it actually makes those first rounds a lot easier as soon as you pick up the sickle, because normally I find that that sort of gap in between the first few rounds and actually turning on the power can be a bit difficult sometimes. If you know you're sort of a bit lax, you're not really trying too hard, you can get caught off guard sometimes without Juggernaut, because if you get surrounded, then a couple of hits and you're down already, so it's pretty tough. But with all of this gaming news and Modern Warfare 3 news, which is great to be able to give you guys and so many of you guys have seen these videos. It's fantastic. But for those of you guys that are looking forward to E3 in June, I think it's only a couple of weeks away now, which is pretty exciting. There is, of course, going to be the Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft conference for the given parties to show off some new games, etc., and show off what stuff they're going to be bringing out at the end of this year, coming into next year, a sort of forecast, if you will, for the coming year, which is always really interesting. And of course, we're probably going to see some, well, we will see some Modern Warfare 3 gameplay. For those of you who don't know, last year we saw some Modern Warfare 2 gameplay. It was actually, I believe, the first level of the whole campaign. So we probably, I'm trying to think here, will we see any more multiplayer gameplay? We may see some multiplayer game. No, we will, I think. Although with Black Ops we didn't, so it'll be interesting. But with Modern Warfare 3 here, I reckon we're going to see the first level of the single player, which will be really, really cool to see how the engine is improved. They haven't got a new engine, but they've improved it. So it'll be really awesome to see what they've done there. But the gameplay, this part anyway, is coming towards an end here. This is a great way to circle around once you've got the sickle and keep the enemies back. So thank you very much for watching. Really awesome if you could like the video or favourite it. That really helps me out. And I'll see you all in my next video.